Hope everybody doing well and feeling well. If y'all can hear me, put a 1 in the chat so I know y'all can hear me and see me before we get started on today's lesson about the spirit of lust. Shout out to my brother Truth Risings. He kind of, asked me to do a live about this topic, and it's really necessary too. It's a very necessary topic and issue, and we want to talk about how to overcome the spirit of lust and when dealing with this stuff, and where this stuff come from. Why is it to where we live in a society where sexism is being promoted at an all-time high? Because we all see it, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you're searching for it or not, it's knocking at your door too, and it's something that, we're going to talk about, and it's becoming a problem at this point. Too much of anything is not good. You know what I mean? Let me just start there. Too much of anything is not good. And so although I'm a heterosexual man, I love women. I love me some women. Don't get it twisted. I love women, but too much, just the over sexual content is just is draining. It becomes in my eyes, it becomes irritating in a way, man. It really do. And so we're gonna talk about it, and let's get into it. I appreciate everybody being in attendance. And yeah, let's see who on this thing. So we got Juan in this thing. Say hi, True Media. Danielle, how are you? First of all, let me do this real quick before we go in. I got one more thing to do. Let me see. All right, we good now. We good. I'm good, Juan. How you doing? Juan Silva? It's good to have you in the building. Hope all is well with you. Thanks for being a part of this live and this open discussion today. And make sure y'all put a 1 in the chat real quick so I know y'all can hear me and see me correctly. I need for y'all to put a 1 in the chat. You know what I mean? So I know y'all can hear me and see me correctly. You dig what I'm talking about? Because, okay, we good. Okay. My brother Truth Rising's in this thing. Say, how you feeling, brother? I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Sometimes, man, and it ain't got nothing to do with depression or nothing like that. But sometimes I hit a low where the ways of the world would just weigh in on the brother. And so, I had to go into a state of meditation and shit like that to kind of really refocus, you know what I mean, on the things that really matters and not go on these tangents about all this other stuff. And, but overall, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm in good spirits. And brother, I appreciate you bringing up this topic. It's very necessary that we talk about this, man, because one of the ways that's going to keep you in order, that's going to keep you focused, that's going to keep you mission driven, you have to understand what the spirit of lust is. And you have to make sure you don't be led by lust, because that shit is a distraction. And that very well owned thing will throw you off your mission. And so it's very important that we talk about this topic. And we need to make it to where we talk about this like at least once a month or twice a month to kind of like get reassurance and just check in on each other about these kind of things, especially in this day and age right now. You feel what I'm saying? Because, when you have that spirit of lust on you, man, and it can get dangerous. It can get very deadly by having that spirit on you, man, because you just become open to anything, and that's not how the Most High wants you to move. You dig what I'm talking about? And so yeah, man, let's get into it. Brian Jenkins say, yo, what's good with you, Brian? Welcome back to the live. SR life in this thing. What's good with you, SR life? Say, you true, you see me. I see you. I see you. It's been a minute though, SR life. I ain't been we been missing you the past couple of lives, but I see you in this thing though. Yeah, yeah. Welcome back to the live, SR life. Yay Smith in this thing. I see you, yay. I mean, yeah, my bad, my bad, yeah. Brian Jenkins say, respect, boss. Respect to you, Brian Jenkins. Respect to you. Thanks for being in the building. Yeah, Smith, okay. Okay, Truth Rises, my brother say, let's go. Shakina say, hey, Truth. Hey, how you doing, Shakina? Hope all is well with you. Glad to see you back in the building for another important dialogue and message. Yeah, and I hope all is well with you, sis. Real talk. Thanks for being a part of the live. Imperial Saints say, yes, I'm glad you brought this up. Yeah, see, let me tell y'all something real quick. We humans, we all is, whether you want to believe it or not, for the most part, we all is freaks by nature. That's how we got here. By your mama and your father coming together and being intimate, having an intimate setting. So, you know, it's nothing wrong with, wanting to be intimate. But it's something wrong when all you do is think about the desires of a woman that you have for a woman, or your desires that you have for a man in the bedroom, and that shit overclouds your judgment. That's when it becomes a lustful thing. When all you do is sit back is watch content that pushes that. You surround yourself with things that talk about that, and you have become invaded by the spirit of lust. But I don't want y'all to think that that's the same thing as wanting to be intimate with, your fellow partner or mate. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to dive deep into it. Shakina Belly say, hey, Shanquilla. I think that's what it is, right? Shanquilla or Shankila. I think it's one of the two. But Bailey, I see you, Bailey. Everybody got the ones in the chat? Okay, before we get started, because we're going to be diving deep. Juan Silver say, True Media is Danielle Washington on the live. This is my boyfriend's phone. Oh, okay. What's up with you, Danielle? Yeah, I knew, I said Juan Silver. I ain't never seen that name before, but okay, this Danielle. Okay, what's good with you, sis? I see you, Danielle. It makes sense. That's what's up. Hope all is well with you, Danielle. Welcome back to the live, sis. Real talk. Truth Rise and say, yes, sir, off top. Brian Jenkins say, blessings. Truth Rise and say, real talk. Diddy say, hey, True. Diddy in this thing. What's good with you, sis? Say, hey, True, let's go. We here for it. You already know, sis. Let's go in. I told you we was going to be back. And we back. And it's time to talk about it. Juan Silver say, my phone is dead. I had to throw it away. Oh, it's all good, Danielle. Don't trip. I got you. Thank you for letting me know, though, Danielle, because I'm like, Juan Silver, but I appreciate you letting me know, though, Danielle. I know it's you now, so you good. SR Life say, lust can land you in a pen in a grave. Man, think about how so many people has been unalived in recent years because they was dealing with a promiscuous woman or a man that has no structure. I see all kind of videos. I don't even be looking for them. I just hear about these stories and I see them from time to time. How people be getting unalived. You know what I mean? Baby mama done got unalived by another baby mama. The baby daddy of this woman got unalived by her other baby daddy. It's just like, it's one big mess. And what it really is, it stems from the spirit of lust taking control of people and make people becoming emotional. See, when that spirit of lust is on you, it's not love at that point. You think you loving that person. You think that your significant other, you think you really got love for them, but really it ain't the love that really what it is. It's the spirit of lust. You lusting for that person. You don't want nobody else to talk to that person. I done seen shit like this. I done dealt with shit like this from women in the past. They don't want me to talk to nobody. You don't even want me to speak to another woman. At that point, it ain't love. You trying to control me. And what you will see with a lot of people that had this spirit of lust, they become controlling of their partners. They don't become in alignment, or they become very insecure. Not saying insecurity have anything to do with you having the spirit of lust on you, but what I'm saying is these people become overprotective in a way to where it becomes controlling. And a lot of people been dropping like flies. A lot of people been getting unalived because of they end up with the wrong person because of they lust. Has got them in some shit they ass can't get them up out of. Now you sitting in this woman's house, not even knowing that this woman got a man or a husband that she ain't told you nothing about. This man got a wife or a girlfriend he ain't told you nothing about. And when people had this spirit of lust on them, they would sleep with anybody. They would sleep with anybody. They'll show themselves off on social media. They'll shake their ass online. Naked pictures, nudes, because they has been invaded by the spirit of lust and they don't know how to control themselves. Why you think you see certain, you see certain people, certain women, certain men, and you be like, every time I turn around, they getting out of a relationship. Why you can't keep a relationship? The reason why they can't keep a relationship is because them being in a state of lust won't allow them to keep no long-term relationship. So they gonna always be looking to see if the grass is greener on the other side. They gonna always be looking to see if they can get better because they think it's hypergamy, but it ain't got nothing to do with hypergamy. It ain't got nothing to do with you doing better from the last person you with. What it has something to do with, let's keep it real, we adults, that you love sex. To the point to where it will allow you to make fucked up decisions and treat your partner bad when you know you got something good with your partner. It'll cause you to leave your partner. It'll cause you to leave your wife. It'll cause you to leave your husband. It'll cause you to leave your own kids if necessary. And we see it all the time. And this is why most people in this modern era is single. Not everybody is single for the right reasons. Think about that shit, y'all. Everybody not single for the right reasons. Everybody not single because they can't find nobody. Everybody not single because somebody not checking for them. Everybody not single because it's so hard to date. Some people is single because they like to sleep around. Let's keep this shit real on this live today. We gonna keep this shit 100. All right? Let's keep this shit 100. We adults. Some people is single not because people not checking for them. Some people is single not because they can't find the intimate partner to take them serious. Some people is single because they like to sleep around with everybody. Let's keep it 100. And they don't want nobody to tell them who they can and can't sleep around with. So they want to stay single because they know that's the safety net that allow them to do whatever they want to do. You see what I'm talking about? Hold on real quick. And so when we talking about lust, You got to really check yourself and make sure that spirit is not on you, man, because it will cause you to make poor choices and decisions. It will cause you to be misled and tempted into doing the wrong thing with the wrong person and end up with some shit you can't get rid of. All right? And I'm going to tell you where all this stuff come from too. So I'm glad we on this topic, because I'm going to tell y'all where this stuff come from. Where lust come from. Let me see. SR Life say lust can land you in the pen. Okay, I read that one. Leah's Chosen say big media. What's the deal, big bro? You already know, just spreading a little bit of knowledge and information that's soothing to the soul, that shall get you out of the binds and ways of the wicked one, the adversary, the enemy, or these demonic forces. Welcome to the live, Leah's. I see you in this thing. Hillary say lust will destroy you. Listen, we got a lot of different men and women that's fighting for their life in the penitentiary because of lust. Look at R. Kelly. Look at Bill Cosby. Look at P. Diddy. Yeah, some of them allegations might not be true, or they might all be true, but it's not even about the allegations, whether they was lies, whether they was false allegations. It's just about the act. Why is shit like that coming out about you? You in jail because of a woman. You in jail because of a man, because you didn't know how to control yourself, because you was driven by lust. See, lust is a real entity. It's a real energy. It's a spirit that governs your thoughts. It's a spirit that make you move a certain kind of way and think a certain kind of way. It'll have you twisted. It'll get you wrapped up in some shit you ain't got nothing to do with, and it'll lead you down the path of self-destruction. Now you with a woman for 5-10 years you ain't had no business being with. Now you with a man for 5-10 years you ain't had no business being with. But because of y'all was both attracted to the same spirit that y'all seen in each other, which was lust, it allowed y'all to come together and think that y'all had love for each other, but the whole time y'all had lust for each other. Hoo-hoo. Got you thinking you in a relationship with a person because of you love them, or because they love you. But really, it ain't neither or neither. Really what it is because of they lust for you and you lust for them. And y'all do some of the most spontaneous, craziest things with other people from time to time. You wouldn't allow another man to penetrate you while having another man to be in a position to penetrate you in one setting. We call it getting a train ran on you. That's not normal. All right? You got people out here that will be married and will allow for their wife to be penetrated by another man. You have people that's married, man, and they will take their wife and let another man penetrate their wife while they watch that shit. I be hearing some fucked up shit out here that goes on with people. I can never let not only another man penetrate my wife, but sit there and watch it? Is you fucking crazy? And some people, they have swing parties. If y'all know anything about Jada Pinkett Smith or Will Smith, they in that shit. They love that shit. Where Will Smith let Jada Pinkett Smith go have sex with another man, and it'll all be an orgy. They do swing parties. It's people out here that's like that. And you ask, why the hell is people like that? It's because the people is being driven and given over to a spirit of lust. Now you letting somebody else penetrate your wife in front of you. And then they do swap outs. You got people that's in couples that do swap outs. That means I get your wife, you get my wife, and we all be in one room and we just swap it out. This shit is real, man. It's crazy. So I tell y'all, protect yourself. And all this stuff comes from demons. Demons. And we're going to talk about where this stuff really come from. All right? King Gucci TV say elusive. Axel Knight say people choose pleasure over facts. Yaya Smith say 100. Chosen Light say, I don't want anyone touching me. I'm over it all. Hey, it ain't nothing wrong with, let me tell you something, Chosen Light. It ain't nothing wrong with being preserving yourself. If that's what, another way I put it. Some people call it celibacy. For the man, we call it semen retention. But it ain't nothing wrong with cleaning your temple up. Sure, when you young, you don't know no better like that, especially when you come from a certain environment. But as you get older, you should be learning not to be spreading yourself thin. That's not good. Something not right upstairs. See, when you young, you really don't know no better. You're not taught. You got to learn. But when you get older, you should put away childish behaviors. Yeah. It don't make no damn sense for you to still be out here sleeping around with everybody when you know what's going on. You know that's not right. You think I ain't got women throwing themselves at me and a lot of temptation? I receive this shit a lot, but I have to ground myself, and I know I'm on a mission for the Most High, so I got to say, man, I know the Most High don't approve of that. I can't be moved. I'm talking about. Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me and see me. 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay, there we go. We good. All right. That's all I needed. All right. So remember. Okay, hold on real quick. All right, so remember, lust is worse than a drug. Lust is worse than a drug. See, most people always try to clown people about being drug addicts, but you a lust addict. Yeah. You a lust addict. And guess what? Sex is not the only thing you can lust over. You can lust for money. You can lust for attention. You can lust for fame. You can lust for notoriety. Yeah. Lust ain't the only, sex is not the only thing that you can lust over. You can lust over a lot of different things. So to have the spirit of lust on you, it ain't just got to come in the form of sex. Of you lusting over. No, you can lust over many things. You can be a kind of person who lust over attention. You love attention. You love the limelight. That's because that spirit of lust is on your ass. You see what I'm saying? You can lust for money. Do anything to get some money. Sell your soul. That's a spirit of lust. All right? So don't just think it work in a department of sex. Because it got other departments where it also works at as well. And so we want to make sure and understand, man, that we is being spiritually grounded and make sure that we is not being led by things that's pulling on us from the world. You got to catch yourself. All right? And so, you know, we seeing a lot of people, a lot of tragic incidents and situations is stemming from this situation of having a lustful spirit and a lustful mentality. Y'all know how many people is getting unalived? It's sad, man. It's crazy out here. It's like everybody, most people is being single just to sleep around. And they call it living their best life. Hot girl summer. Whatever. But really what it is you have a demon on your ass. You have a demon on you. And you think it's cool to be shaking your ass, you know, online, and you think it's cool to you know, to be seeking after all these different women. But whole time you don't know, man. Your thoughts ain't your thoughts. You being governed by demonic forces. And I'm going to tell you why they do this shit. I'm going to tell you what's going on. Queen Mercedes in this thing. What's good with you, sis? Queen Mercedes say, one. Diddy say, lust at some point will humble you. Once you see that it's not all that you thought it was or expected. Yeah, it will humble you, Diddy. It definitely would. You'll mess around and have a baby with the wrong person. You know, you'll mess around and catch something, or even worse, you'll mess around and get unalived, Diddy, to where you can't get humbled. You got humbled in a worse way. Yeah. You got humbled in a worse way, because people will unalive you. So, man, y'all better be careful, man, who you give yourself to. And it's not to brag, but I know as a man, I got good stuff. You see what I'm talking about? All my exes want me. But I know that's not the route, you feel what I'm talking about, that I need to go down based on where I'm at right now in life and how I grew from that, how I grew from them women. You see what I'm saying? But when you got some good stuff, let's keep it real on this live. We adults. When you got good stuff, and y'all know what I mean, read between the lines. When you know how to put it down, word gonna get out that you know how to put it down, especially in a position of a man. Not really like that with women, because women don't really like for shit to get out like that. But women do a lot of gossiping and talking. So I was sought after my whole life by women, because women heard that other women told them that, yeah, Brother True know how to put it down in the bedroom. He got, you know what I mean? And now they own me. And before you know it, you'll be caught up and led and tempted into some shit you can't get up out of. And that's dangerous. See, we have to understand, it's dangerous when you want it. See, a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people that's not sought after, a lot of people that don't have the ability to attract people because they might not be attractive, because of whatever. They think that it's cool all the time to be sought after. And don't get me wrong, I love that women, you know, throw themselves at me from time to time and stuff like that. It's an amazing feeling, no doubt. But it's dangerous. The reason why it's dangerous is because I got more temptation coming at me. See, the average man, he might not be attracted, so women might not be checking for him. But me, I got a lot of women checking for me, so I got to be on my guard 2 times around this thing. I got to be real guarded up. Because I know that most of them women that's coming at me is not coming at me for the right reasons. And they being sent to me by demonic forces. And so I got to catch myself and make sure that I'm in a position to understand what's going on and understand that, listen, yeah, the temptation might be high for you, but you got to be on guard even more. And women can say the same thing. Even though as women, y'all is very attractive, y'all got to be on guard more about, just dealing with people. You feel what I'm saying? And so in the end, it comes back down to you understanding and realizing lust can put you in a world of trouble. You know what I mean? That shit can put you in a world of trouble. And so be careful and be weary of that shit. Let me go over here real quick. Yeah, they got something going on over there. Yeah. But yeah, they got something going on over there. And so yeah, don't think that, sis, don't think cause you fine that every man just like you. No, don't think that, sis. My brother, don't think just because you fine that every woman just like you. Guess what? Satan like your ass too. Satan like your ass too. Satan want to try with your ass too. And so you be thinking like you got it going on. I got all these men checking for me. I got all these women checking for me. And Satan be like, uh-huh, 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 yeah, uh-huh. That's how Satan be. Uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh. And before you know it, Satan done sent 2 or 3 demons at your ass. Now you in a relationship you don't know nothing about with a person you don't know nothing about in unfamiliar territory because you thought every man liked it you for who you is or your looks. And they might did like you for who you is and your looks, but not all men was coming with the right intentions or pure intentions. Not all women is coming with the right intentions or pure intentions. All right? And so this lust shit is deep. And you know what I mean? It's a thin line between when you driven by lust, it's a thin line between being heterosexual and homosexual. When you driven by lust, it's a thin line between being a woman that's strictly about loving on men or being a dyke. Or you see what I'm talking about? And this ain't no shot to the people who have a certain preference and people who's into those kind of lifestyles. You dig what I'm talking about? I ain't trying to bash nobody. It is what it is. You got to deal with that with you and the Most High when it's all said and done. But a lot of men is on the DL and on the down low because of they lustful. They lustful. A lot of women is also on the DL and on the down low because they lustful as well as women. So now we get to the point to where you don't even want your counterpart that God put here for you. You a man looking at other men. You a woman looking at other women. You have became so infiltrated and toxic and poisoned with the spirit of lust to where it start getting your thoughts to work against you. It start getting your thoughts to work against what's natural. It's a scary thing, y'all. It's a scary thing. Real talk. Queen Mercedes say, hope all is well with you, King. Hope all is well with you too, Queen Mercedes. Thanks for being in the part of the live, sis. I appreciate you. Dubs ENT in this thing say, Dubs in the building. What's good with you, Dubs? It's been a minute I seen you, man. Thanks for the $99 dono, man. Yeah, I appreciate you, big dog. Dubs ENT say, that's why I prize solo, so I can protect my peace. There you go. Dubs ENT say, when I be a leader, I don't worry about nobody. I like working on my jobs because I'm in peace. They don't understand. Yep. Dubs say, yep. They got to be careful. You got to be careful out here. It's a lot of judgmental people. That's why I sit back and watch carefully. You definitely got to have discernment in a time like right now. If you ain't got discernment, you gonna end up in a real bad position. Because these demons is disguising themselves as angels. These demons is disguising themselves as lovers, as preachers of all sort. And you will get caught up and wrapped up if you're not on game or on guard. All right? So make sure y'all keep y'all head on the swivel and don't be just trying to sleep with everybody, man. It's a couple women. I won't say no names since I started YouTube. And listen, let me tell you something about me. I don't like when a woman try too hard. Listen, I had women my whole life come on to me. You dig what I'm talking about? But it's something that's it's something that's unnatural about a woman trying too hard. You trying too hard. It's like we can hook up, we can get dinner, we can do this. You know what I mean? We can see if it's something there between me and you. I'm all for that. But when I see a woman just like, because I done had this happen, and this might have happened to you too, a person just throwing themselves at you at will. They willing to catch a bullet for you tomorrow if need be. And they can't stop talking about sex when they're around you. That's all they want to talk about is sex. Something not right about that person. Because it's a lot of other things we can be talking about. You know what I mean? And so y'all got to be careful with these because it's a spirit. It's a spirit that comes from demonic forces that's trying to live out a certain fantasy on a human perspective. All right? So y'all got to be careful with these spirits. This shit real. Glory Girl say, wow. Yaya Smith say facts 100. Tamia Morrow say facts. What's good with you, Tamia? Welcome to the live. Say love 100. Ken Thompson say, that's right. Effed up the club or a lounge. You spending your Friday spreading that knowledge. Yeah, it's all good, man. You already know, man. This is what I do it for, man. I got to keep the people intact and lined and make sure they know what's going on. And, this is what I was called to do. You dig what I'm talking about? And this is what we do. And this is what I love to do. And so, we're going to keep it going, man. I appreciate that, Ken. Didi say, right. Chosen Light say, I'm frustrated and sad. You got to, listen. Whatever the problem is with you, Chosen Light, if you know you can't control it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I always talk to my, my family over here on True Media. And one thing I always tell them about, if it's something bothering you in life, whatever it is, whatever it may be, if it's something bothering you and you can't control it, don't even worry about it. Now, if it's something bothering you that you can do something about it, then do something about it. You know what I mean? Because none of us want to sit around, with our head down and living life from a state of depression and high anxiety. And that's not you don't want to live like that. Even though from time to time everybody go through spurts of feeling depleted or feeling like, they frustrated with certain things, but don't stay there. Get up, dust yourself off, and keep walking in your truth. And so I tell you, chosen, like, if it's something that's out of your control, don't put too much energy towards it, of worrying and stressing over it. Now, if it's something that you can do something about, then take precautionary steps to try to fix whatever situation that's causing you to feel a little down on yourself. Feel what I'm saying? The lovely loner in this thing. What's good with you, lovely? Chosen Light say, because things are so bad. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. And we are feeling it. Real talk. Truth Rise and say 100. Antonio, thy neighborhood. Antonio, consciousness creates. Antonio say, feel you. You already know, Antonio. Welcome to the live, man. Appreciate you being a part of the live and in the building, man. Dubs ENT say, I think Yahweh, that I can stay prayed up and be happy. I'm so strong. Yeah. See, most of us dealing with this lust thing and dealing with how to navigate the world and go throughout life, being in the best situation possible. All this stuff stems from you having a good relationship with the Most High, man, with God. Because God is going to give you direction and protection over your life. So let's say, for example, right, if you out somewhere and you meet somebody and it seemed like this person is for you. It seemed like you can build a family with this person. It seemed like she the one. It seemed like he the one. It seemed like the mood was good. And as soon as y'all leave each other, that person never answered the phone for you. Or something happened between you seeing that person again. Between you ever seeing that person again. Something happened. What happened is God started protecting you because they know that you were sitting alongside of a demon and you didn't even know it. You were sitting beside a demon and you didn't even know it. You thought this person that you was having a good time with, that was telling you everything you wanted to hear, that was making you laugh, that was making you feel like they the one, that was making you feel like y'all can have a future together. You thought this person had pure intentions, but the Most High protects you in a way to where the people you think that's for you end up not being the ones that's meant to even be in your presence. And so God will cut you off from them. And you'll be like, damn, why she ain't answering the phone, man? She was fine, man. She was the one, man. I thought she was cool. Nah, now you got God in your life. This is why I tell y'all, be careful when you ask for the protection of the Most High, man. Because the Most High gonna have you in a state of solitude. For a large majority of most of your life. You're gonna be in a space of solitude. And so while you thinking that she the one, while you thinking that he the one, the Most High looking like, they ain't the one. They ain't the one, son. They ain't the one, my daughter. They ain't the one. I know you like them. I know they look good. I know they very presentable. I know they got all the attributes and all the shiny things, and I know this. But see, what you got to understand and realize is that God have a way of cutting you off from these people because he know these people don't mean you no good. They don't mean you no good. All right? So, remember, and I'm about to get into telling y'all exactly, you know, what's behind this shit. Because what you got to understand is that, hold up real quick. What you got to understand is that we have fallen angels around us, and these fallen angels is talked about in the Bible. These fallen angels is talked about in the book of Enoch, and we know these fallen angels, they disguise themselves as humans. Okay, they disguise themselves as human beings, but they not humans. They demons. They not humans. All right. So y'all got to remember, man, these fallen angels is amongst us. They not humans. They demons. And that's where the spirit of lust come from. So for everybody like True, where do the spirit of lust come from? It comes from fallen angels. That's where the spirit of lust comes from. It comes from fallen angels. And in fact, the book of Enoch talked about how these fallen angels had intimate relations with the daughters of God on earth, and how they created the Nephilim, and they created these giants. This shit is still going on right now to this day. You still have fallen angels disguising themselves as human beings and being intimate with whoever they come across to live out a fantasy. All right? And so remember, man, you know, it's deep. It's serious, man. It's serious. This stuff is not nothing to play with. And if anybody know anything about the scriptures, it tells you in the scriptures how to prepare for this kind of stuff. Lust, and you know, this shit is demonic. This shit ain't like, you feel me? This shit is demonic. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Let me see where we at. Chosen Light say, I think USA also makes this stuff worse. It do. It also, the United States is the capital for because other countries do it, but the United States is like the capital for demonic works. The USA is the capital for demonic works. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, you're going to see it a lot more here in the States because it's a free-for-all out here. It's a little bit of everybody in the United States. Every nationality is out here. And so it's going to be 10 times worse. You know what I mean? But you better make sure you know who you getting involved with and you don't have this shit attached to you. Dubs ENT say a lot of people don't know that they have it made because they're not dead or in the penitentiary. People need to stop starting over kindergarten and pre-K and grow up. Yeah, I agree, man. A lot of people is on the elementary level when it comes to thinking. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's time to grow up. I agree with that. Julia Yates say, hi, hey, how you doing, Julia? Dubs ENT say, true. True Rise and say, all bad. Man, it's all bad, brother. Antonio say, damn. Chosen Light say, soul ties are so difficult to break. Yeah, it's now soul ties, that's a whole different thing right there. Yeah, that's a different thing right there. That's entirely different. Yeah, that ain't nothing to play with. That ain't nothing to play with. Antonio say, damn. Antonio say, wow. Didi say, and people still feel empty. Yup. You, Didi, People be sleeping with all these people and they still feel like they want more. You know why they still feel like they want more? Because that demon that's inside of them is trying to live out a certain fantasy. And it won't allow them to rest. That's why people watch XXX adulterated content all the time. And when you ejaculating and you sitting up there fantasizing about a woman or a man while you watching that kind of content, you have demons that's present while you doing that shit. They right there beside you trying to get that dopamine feeling that you feel. And it's a spirit of perversion that's on you. And you got to pray for that spirit to get off of you, man. Straight up. You got to pray for that spirit to get off of you. I'm gonna skip down to the bottom so I can catch up with the live, and then I'm gonna go back to the top and read questions before I get ready to knock off. But you know, a lot of people have a spirit of, and listen, let me tell y'all something. Fellas, it ain't nothing wrong with wanting a woman. It ain't nothing wrong with being attracted by a woman. That's what you're supposed to feel. All right? So let me break this down real quick. Because you got men out here thinking and telling other men with this red pill and blue pill bullshit in the manosphere, they telling other young men to not be intimate with a woman, or don't pay attention to women, and just be on your purpose and focus on your mission and stay on your grind. But it's like, fool, I want some female companionship. I'm a man. I like women. It ain't nothing wrong with you feeling like that, bruh. That's how you supposed to feel. That's how God made you. That's how you was naturally made to like women. So it ain't nothing lustful about you liking women. It ain't nothing lustful about that. Okay? So we want to make sure that we understand you know, how far we taking this stuff. It ain't nothing wrong with you liking women. It ain't nothing wrong with y'all liking men, or sitting back in your head like, she that's a beautiful woman. That's a handsome man. But don't let it go no farther than that. Don't let it start going to the point to where you sexing that person in your mind and having all these different desires. All right? Don't let it get out of hand to that point. Try to stop it. Like, okay, she's a fine sister. He's a handsome brother. And try to stop your thoughts right there. Because once you start diving deep into, you know, a certain setting that puts you in a mind frame of, now you becoming too attached. And it's not just the thought that's where it starts at, but now you start acting a certain kind of way and moving a certain kind of way that you're not used to moving and acting like. This is what lust will have you doing. Lust will have you you sitting outside of your house and waiting for your neighbor to pull up just to say hi to your next door neighbor. Because you like them so much. And it ain't nothing wrong with liking the person. It ain't nothing wrong with if you a man that you like a woman, like you like her, like, man, I like her, man. Damn, I like her. It ain't nothing wrong with that. That's not lust. Sisters, it ain't nothing wrong with y'all liking the man. It ain't nothing wrong with y'all sitting back liking the man, like, damn. But don't allow that shit to start making you do abnormal things or having you participate in certain behaviors that's abnormal. You got people who sit outside their house and wait for their neighbor to pull up just to say hi to their neighbor. It's like, why is you doing all that? Why is you moving like that? You know you don't want to sit outside. You know you don't want to do that kind of shit. Why is you, but because of you lusting, now you doing certain things you ain't got no business doing. All right? And so, it's just making sure that you're not getting caught up into things that's gonna have you, on the wrong track, going down the wrong road. Yeah, soul ties. It's another live I can make about soul ties. Soul ties it's a real thing. It's a real thing, And but I'll make another live about soul ties, talking about that. Okay, yeah, so okay. Okay, we in this thing. All right. Let me see real quick. So remember, man, we gotta understand, and like I said, don't think so hard about how lust can make you feel or stuff like that, because, well, think about it, but don't put too much into it. Just know, if you start moving or thinking a certain kind of way throughout your day that's not like you, then you know something not right. But don't confuse what's natural from what's lustful. Don't confuse what's natural from what's lustful. It's natural for a woman to desire a man or want to be with a man. It's natural for a man to desire a woman or want to be with a woman. That's natural. You see what I'm talking about? But don't let certain thoughts, or don't let your actions start allowing you certain thoughts to allowing you to act in a certain kind of manner that's abnormal, or that's not, that's strange. Now you out here doing strange shit. You know what I mean? Like, don't. So we want to differentiate the two. All right. All right. And remember, all this shit comes from demons. Demons, man. And once these demons see that they can't get you to act out of line in the physical realm, they'll attack you in your dreams, and you will be having sex in your dreams. You will be having wet dreams. You will be having sex with demons in your dreams, because they can't get you to do what they want you to do in the physical realm. And when you have a real spirit on you of perversion or lust, they gonna try to attack you while you sleep. And they gonna be causing you to have wet dreams. These demons and these witches is gonna be trying to have sex with you while you in your dreams, while you sleep. You gonna keep having dreams about you having sex. These demons is trying to get you to act out these dreams in real life because they feed off of sexual desires and pleasures. They feed off of lust. That's what gives them power. Fear and lust. Lust and fear is what give demons power. And greed. That's another thing. Greed too. So you got lust, you got fear, and you got greed. That's what give these demons power. And so you would be asleep like, damn, why the hell is I'm dreaming about big booty women? That's because these demons is trying to infiltrate you and take over they trying to take you and put you in a state of lust so you can act out these things in real life. And sometimes if you still in a state of getting over past lust, you will still be having dreams from time to time about you doing certain acts with different partners. It's because of that spirit of lust having came off of you all the way. You still got some work to do. All right? Now, sometimes you ain't got to have a spirit of lust on you, and you will still have these kind of dreams every once in a while. And what it is these demons is trying to pull you back to when you once had the spirit of lust on you. All right? So let me break this down one more time. Remember, the reason why you having wet dreams, you having sex in your dreams with all these different people, sometimes it can be due to the fact that you still have a spirit of lust on you. Other times it can be due to the fact that demons is trying to draw you back into the state of having that spirit of lust on you. Because just because you having wet dreams and you dreaming about sex, that don't mean you have a lustful spirit on you. Sometimes that can also mean that demons is trying to put you back in that mindset. So they're going to try to attack you through your dreams. This shit is serious. All right? And so, you really want to make sure you stay spiritually in tuned and grounded according to how God wants you to live. All right? And everybody slip every now and then. Everybody slip. You might slip. You might go through some, you might slip, but you got to snap yourself out that shit. Snap out of it. All right? And what I mean by slip is you might like a woman to the point to where it start becoming for you to desire her in other ways that you shouldn't be thinking like. You might like a man to where it'll start having you becoming to where you desire that man in ways you shouldn't be thinking like. And so you got to snap out that shit. You feel what I'm talking about? This shit real, man. This shit ain't no game. This shit is not a game. And you wonder why you got all this sex on TV, all these entertainers, all these influencers. They all about sex because they got demons in them, man. They'll tell you, you can't even pursue your dreams unless you sleep with the boss. You got to sleep with the boss in order for you to be a movie star. You got to sleep with the boss in order for you to be promoted to manager at your job. You got to sleep with the boss in order for you to be the first lady in the church, in the congregation. Or you can't be in the choir unless you sleep with the preacher. You can't be in the choir and be, the head lead singer of the choir unless you sleep with the bishop. This shit happened in church too. It happened in all different sectors and fields. It's real. It's real. All right, let me go back to the middle a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, we got a full house. A lot of people in here, man. Let me see. Okay, I was right there. Let me go down, 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 down. Mr. Brooks say, control yourself or be controlled. Didi say these demonic forces were assigned to individuals from bloodline curses. They definitely was. Brian Jenkins say, right on, brother, right on. You already know it's all good, man. I got you. Dubs ENT say, I don't pay attention to those demons. I love you, brother. Yeah, just be aware of them, no, Dubs. You feel me? Just be aware. Yeah, you don't want to sit around and ponder, but you want to be aware. It's about being aware. Chosen Light say, but why won't the lust filled person leave you alone when you tell them over 10 times? Well, at that point, that's becoming harassment, Chosen. That's becoming harassment. If somebody is sexually harassing you, you need to call law. You need to get some law enforcement. I'm back. My bad. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I'm back. But Chosen Light, if you keep telling somebody that you don't want to have nothing to do with them no more, and they keep on coming back to you, like if it's a man in your life who keeps, trying to push himself on you, that's becoming sexual harassment at that point. You got to be careful with shit like that, Chosen Light, because you got men out here that will unalive you. And I see a lot, not you though, not your situation in particular, but I'm speaking in general. It's certain people that will take your life if they can't have you. It's certain people out here that will unalive you. You understand what I'm saying? So if you dealing with that to where you keep telling somebody to leave you alone, but they won't leave you alone, you probably need to get some law enforcement involved in that situation. You dig what I'm talking about? For real. Dubs ENT say, when I got my second job, I was so happy. I love working, man. God bless you with that, man. That's all it's about. You know what I mean? If you happy with it, I'm happy for you. Didi say, at Truth Rises, you already know 100. Mr. Brooks, laughing. Chosen Light say, I am sought after too. It's a dangerous situation to be in when you sought after. All right? Because there's been many nights women threw themselves at me and I thought they was in it for the right reasons. Whole time they was lusting after me because they was demons. All right? And so, yeah, people always play like, being sought after is the most funnest experience ever. It's cool to be sought after, but your ass better be careful because temptation is going to be greater for you. For real. Dubs ENT say they want you to go backwards when you coming up. They definitely do. Mr. Brooks say crazy people out here too, 100. Julia Yates say, speak, brother, wake up the people who are asleep. I got you, Julia. Welcome back to the live too, Julia. I see you. I got you, sis. Truth Rise and say, indeed. Juan Silver say, when a beautiful woman gets approached by a man, other women always get jealous, even if the man isn't hers, or if the man is dangerous. Well, you got to understand, from a woman's perspective, and y'all might not realize this, but it's more women in the world than it is men. And I'm gonna explain to y'all why it's like this. Women, a man, so for a woman to be in a committed relationship, a man gotta approve of that. Same way, vice versa. But most women is single. It's more single women than it is single men. So women would get jealous when they see a man approaching a woman, from the standpoint of, it's a lot of pick-me's out here. It's a lot of women that feel like they the one. It's a lot of women that feel like they being overlooked. And really, when they see you approach that woman, the reason why a spirit of jealousy will ring from a lot of women, not most women, not all women, but the reason why a lot of women will feel like this is because they wanted you to pick them. They wanted you to pick them. And it's not enough men to go around. It ain't. It's like 10 women, or I think it's a crazy number. It's like 10 or 15 women to every man in the world. You feel what I'm talking about? And so another reason why it's a lot more women in the world than it is of men is because women only can get pregnant once every 9 months. They got to go through that spurt. And it's a natural thing. And I know a lot of women ain't gonna like when I say this, but it's a natural thing for men to have multiple women. Not in a sense of being lustful, but it's just natural. That's just the way nature made it. That's the way it's just natural like that. And so, do I agree with having a lot of different women? No, I'm over that shit. I'm not there no more. I don't like having hella different women, like some other men probably like to do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but I understand that's the way nature made it, because it's just all a part of circle of life when it comes to procreation. And man is the seed carriers. We the life givers. And so it'll only make sense to be like that in the world if a woman got to hold a baby for 9 months. Now, if a woman can have a baby within 2 days, it'll probably be different. But it's not like that. So that's why you will find women become a little more jelly. They'll be a little bit more jelly. The reason why they jelly is because women is fighting for that spot. They want that spot because they have a psychological clock. They have a clock that's ticking. Women is not like men. Women have only but so long to procreate and give life. All right? So women have a psychological clock. And so it's not women being jealous because they jealous like they don't, it's not like the jealousy how we portray it. It's more natural with women to see a man approaching another woman and get mad. It's not, it's because women want to be picked. They want to be that one because they got an internal clock that's ticking. It ain't got nothing to do with desperation. It ain't got nothing to do with lust. It got everything to do with that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And so don't look at it like women is jealous because they see men approaching another one. They not jealous from the sense of they hating or something like that. It's not like they hating. It's just it's natural for a woman to want to be intimate in a relationship with a man. They want that security. They want that dominance. They want that authority in a life established by men. And it's only but so many men can go around. And so they don't want to be the ones that's left out to dry. And on the other end, you got to understand and realize that women is not like men, because men, we can give life at 50 years old. We can give life at 60 years old. Women can't do that. All right? They have it's like but so long before they can really produce. All right? And so it's always going to be more of a psychological clock that goes off in the back of. Why you think women becomes more mature at a younger age than men? Say what you want about women, but women is way more mature at a younger age than men is. See, a 13-year-old a 13-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl is not on the same level. A 13-year-old girl is more mature than an average 13-year-old boy. A 18-year-old or a 20-year-old young woman or young man, a young woman is more mature. That's why the age differences between a woman and a man is different. A woman become grown at 18. A man become grown at 21. The reason why it's like that is because women become more mature than men do at a younger age. And the reason why women become more mature is because they got a internal clock. You see what I'm talking about? This just the way nature made it. Don't be mad at me. This just the way nature made it. This just the way God made it. And so it's real important for women, for younger women, to find themselves early on. All right? It's very important that they find themselves early on, or they might get left behind. And that's why men is always checking for the younger woman, because it's not just because of sexual desires. It's not just because of a younger woman might be finer. It's the need to procreate. Men still be wanting kids, and you know that an older woman can't have children. You see what I'm talking about? Not always. Sometimes older women could have children, but for the most part, most women can't have children past a certain age. So it will allow the older men or certain men to date down. And that's why women, they date up. If you know anything about women, they date up. They don't like dating guys they same age. They kind of like dating up. Men, we like dating down. A lot of men, not me in particular, but a lot of men like dating down because women mature quicker than men do. and they want a mature man. So that caused them to date up. Men, we still want to have kids and procreate. So that caused us to date down because we know that a lot of older women, they can't bear. They can't produce after a certain amount of time. And so it's not that the woman is jealous. I know I've been trying to hit on this topic for a long time, but I got to break it down. It's not that the woman is jealous. It's a psychological and an internal clock that's ticking within that woman. Okay? That's what it really is. All right? So I just have to break it down one time, man. But it ain't that they jealous from that standpoint of they hating or something like that. Purple Passion say, I was the devil. He lusted after every... Yeah, okay. Okay, you was the devil, huh? Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you said I was the devil. I was about to say, boy, you about to get your ass blocked. Purple Passion say, I was with a devil. Okay, my bad, Purple. Purple say, I was with a devil. He lusted after everyone. Yeah, man, I'm talking about real savage creatures. You know what I mean? Nigga ain't got no discipline. Sticking everything. Can't be with that, Purple. Can't be with that. 545 Chris say, a lot of succubus, Delilah. Yeah, the succubus spirit is real, man. That Jezebel spirit ain't no game. Chosen Light say, it's not just the beauty, it's the energy that people want. Yeah, that too. You right. Purple Passion say, yes, sir. Truth Rise and say, there's no filter out here in public. The way people dress is ridiculous. Man, it's crazy, Truth. I be at the gym all the time. I'm getting ready to hit the gym right now as we speak. After I'm done with this live on this beautiful and amazing Friday. And I'm telling you, some of the sisters I see in the gym, now, the sight is a pleasant sight to behold. I'm a man at the end of the day. So I'm going to look. Yeah. Because God gave me eyes to see. I'm going to hear. Because God gave me ears to listen. I'm going to speak when necessary. Because God gave me a mouth to talk. But I'm going to tell you like this. When I hit the gym, I be looking at some of the sisters. I said, what you doing, man? What you doing? What you doing? Because now you fishing. You fishing. Yeah. You don't, what is you doing? Man, I'm telling you, big dog, I see this stuff at an all-time high out here in society. People I mean, they just open, bro. You know what I mean? And you don't want to get caught into that trap of thinking that everything look good might be good, because it might not be good. And it might not be for you, and it might not be what you think it is. And so don't get caught into the web. Don't get caught into the trap of thinking everything you see that look good is good. And I'm telling you right now, we in a society where people is open, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Truth Rise and say that's why for a man, it's important to be locked in on simmer retention. So most of the time, your tunnel vision on distractions around you. I agree. Simmer retention is very well needed and necessary, just like celibacy for women is very well needed and necessary. All right? And so you can't just be out here sleeping with everybody, man. Sooner or later, you're going to attract the spirit that you can't get rid of. All right? Purple Passion say, yes, sir. Hillary say lust is very dangerous because it could cost you your life. Look up statistics of people who lose their life for getting involved with a married person. Man, and the Bible tell you not to be sleeping around with another man's wife. Shall that person be stoned to death if they do so? or not be sleeping around with another woman's husband. Really, it put emphasis on the wife. But we know it's not right for a woman to be sleeping around with a man that's married. That's not right. Now, unless he gonna make you his wife, because a man could have more than one wife. So this my stance on that. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about what I think about that. Let me go to the bottom and I'm gonna come back to the top. If you know, and I'm not talking about a concubine, if you know you married as a man and you know your wife love you and you married with your wife, don't cheat on your wife. Don't do that shit. Because your punishment is going to be great. Just because it's more men in the world than women, that don't mean you just cheat on your wife, nigga. It's a way you do this shit. It's a way the Most High set it up. It's a way you do this shit. What you do is, if you have strong ties to another woman in a way to where your wife, she sees this and she sees what's going on, you make that woman your wife. You make her your wife and a sister wife to your other wife. But don't just be out here sleeping around with random women talking about, well, it's 20 women to every man. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Nigga, it is something wrong with that. Because the Most High established order. It's a way you do things in life. You don't be out here just sleeping around on your wife. You don't do shit like that, bruh. You respect that woman. And if that woman comes to a open dialogue about her bringing in a sister wife, then that's y'all business. This shit ain't got nothing to do with what we call it. It's a word for it. It's a word for it. It's a word for it. When a man take on more than one woman, it's a word for it. Damn, what's the name of it? It's at the tip of my tongue, man. I can't think of it right now. But polygamy. Polygamy. You see what I'm talking about? A polyamorous relationship, being poly, having a polyamorous, there we go. Having a polyamorous relationship don't mean that you just sleep with hella different women at one time. No, bro. You don't do it like that. You do it according to how the Most High told you to do this shit. If you're going to do it right. Now, if your wife that you got, if she's open to bringing in a sister wife, which most women ain't gonna be, especially most black women. you gonna have a hard time in hell trying to have a black woman. You gonna have a hard time in hell trying to get a black woman to become a sister wife. Now, some do it, but most of them don't, because we don't practice this in our culture. You know what I mean? We don't practice man, we don't just so black women not used to this shit. Now in Africa, they still do this shit. In India, they still do this shit. In China, they still do, because they still holding on to the old traditions, because they know it's nothing wrong with a man having multiple wives. But she better be your wife, nigga. Don't just be having a wife and just be sleeping around on your wife, bruh. And if you know that you don't want to make that woman your wife, then don't touch her. Don't touch her. If you know you're not about to make that other woman your wife, don't touch her. All right? It's a way you do this shit, because I know men, we feel like we got all these advantages, and we do for but it's a way you do things in life, man. You got to make sure before you even marry, before you even get married, you got to make sure that you have these discussions about the woman that you considering to take up as a wife. So if you know you a man that like to have multiple women, before you even get married, you need to be telling the woman that, listen, I like you, I want to marry you, but I also believe in having multiple wives. You need to tell her that shit. Tell her that before y'all get married. That way you won't just wake up one day in the middle of your marriage after 30 years didn't went by and you got another woman sleeping in your house and got your wife looking confused. Don't do shit like that, bruh. You let her know. Look, babe, or look, before we get married or before we think about getting serious, I want to let you know something. She gonna be like, what you want to let me know, daddy? And you tell her like this: I believe in having like 2, 3 wives. That's what I want. And if she a woman that say that ain't nothing wrong with that, I can allow that. Then you marry her and make her your first wife. Don't do it after you get married and then try to bring other women into the equation. No, you do this shit before you get married. That way it won't be no confusion. It won't be none of that. It'll be all smooth and selling. And she know what's going on. Okay? So I'm just, just got to break that down to y'all one time. All right? And I know we went deep into this topic. And we hit heavy with it. We hit heavy with this one. Yeah. Hey, shout out to my brother Truth Risings, man. Yeah, my brother Truth got me up here, man, doing it what it do. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. This a good live. I can feel it. And it's a lot of information and it's a lot of food for the soul. And we must have these topics and discussions. I'm going to do another live about marriage. Because the ultimate goal is to become married at some point. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what people told you. The ultimate goal is to become married. And we got to start talking about this kind of stuff as adults. We got to talk about these things. You can't play the game forever. All right? We got to talk about these things. And so I'm going to do a live about marriage and about multiple wives and about things pertaining to marriage. And what kind of woman is suitable for a wife? What kind of man is suitable for a husband? We need to talk about this stuff. All right? It's serious. Let me see real quick. Let me go back to the middle. I'm going to stop right. Okay, right here. Okay, my brother True Rising say real chop. Purple Passion say, oh, stop it. Diddy say, yes, sir, True Media. The Most High removed them. Fire. You already know, Diddy. Purple Passion say, hallelujah. Purple Passion say, glory, glory. Purple Passion say, winning, baby. Diddy say, True Media. Purple Passion say, glory, glory. Yeah. Y'all know I'm hitting heavy. Yeah. Y'all know y'all got to play this back. It's too good to be true. You know the spirit get the moving. And when the spirit get the moving, we get the grooving on the live, baby. Let's get it going. Chosen Light say, I am guilty of doing these things. Yeah. Well, you identify the situation, Chosen, and you move forward. That's how you do it. We all make mistakes, Chosen. We all have shortcomings. We all have things that we once did in the past that we might not be too proud about today. But what you do is you identify the situation and you learn from it and you keep it moving. All right? Real talk. RC in this thing. What's good with you, brother RC? RC said, how it's going, True Media in chat. Everything going good, RC. Everything going good, my brother. Glad to see you back in the building, man, for real. Hope everything is well with you, RC. Yeah, we good, man. We good, big dog. Glory Girl say 100. Purple Passion say to be blessed, too blessed to be stressed like that. Yeah, I'm with you. Quinasa Hyson say G8. Didi say, hey, at RC is going wonderful. Quinasa Hyson say, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too, Quinasa. I see you in this thing. Say, hey, fam, I see you in this thing, Quinasa. Welcome back to the live, sis. Purple Passion say, I was with one. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you got to be careful. Because people will pray after you. They'll sit back, stalk your social media. They'll sit back and watch you at work. They'll sit back and watch you in the church. They'll sit back and watch you while you in class. They'll sit back and watch you to see where they can get in at. Be careful with people, man. As soon as they get what they want, they on to the next. Demons, they demons. And sex never become enough. That's why people cheat on their spouses. One thing about Brother True, I'm very committed. When I'm with my woman, like, the reason why I'm kind of scared to get into another relationship is because my love is strong. I'm gonna love my woman, man. I don't believe in this new bullshit that you know, people tell you not to take care of your woman, and no, I believe in taking care of my women. And this is why I'm kind of scared to get into another relationship, because I love hard, man. Not putting all my love into a woman or making her the godhead of the family. Not that. It's just that my love is strong. It's potent. It's very present. And you need somebody that's reciprocal of that energy that you put out. And if you're not able to find somebody to reciprocate that energy that you able to put out towards them, leave it alone. Leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm telling you, leave it alone. Because I believe in family. I ain't with this new bullshit what people talking about on the internet. Fuck your family and sleep around with as many women as you need to. Sleep around with as many men as you need to. I ain't with all that shit. I'm with family. All right? And the last thing I would want is for me to have a young, beautiful stallion of a woman next to me while we conquer the world and all its greatness, only to have her looking outside of me to see what she can get on the other side of the fence. And so this is why you have a lot of people cheating on their spouses. It's because they got demons in them and they got the Jezebel spirit attached to them. And it won't allow them to settle, or not settle in a way of accepting anything, but it won't allow them to be appreciative of the person that they with. So they will always look for outside external forces to see if they can get with them, because it's a demon in them that's not allowing them to appreciate the person that they with. It's lust. You know what I mean? And so until you really know that you got the one, man, I'm telling you, I advise you not to marry or settle down until you know you got the one. Because if not, you're going to be just like everybody else. And you're going to become a statistic. Being divorced after 2 years. Being divorced after a year and a half. Being divorced after 6 months. And make sure before you become highly involved with somebody that y'all align spiritually. Because if y'all don't align spiritually, y'all not going to align physically, emotionally, psychologically. Y'all not going to align. Everything starts with spiritual alignment. All right? Real talk. Real talk. So let me go back real quick. Let me go back. Okay, True Rise and say, super facts. Quinasa say, Quinasa. Yeah, Quinasa. Yeah. Or Quinasia. Okay, Quinasia. Okay, Quinasia. My bad, Quinasia. Damn, Quinasia. My bad, sis. Quinasia. There you go. Quinasia. Okay, I got you, Quinasia. I got you. RC say, hey, Didi, glad you doing well, sister. Purple Passion say, fallen angels are real, man. They real, Purple. Purple Passion say, when you. Nisi so blessed, say, yep, they do, shaking my head. Purple Passion say, very. 3X Mafioso in this thing. What's good with you, big dog? Welcome to the live, man. Back in the building. Truth Rising saying demonic festivities. Yeah. Demonic festivities. And they praying on the weak and the innocent. Purple Passion say, must be proactive when dealing with those beings. I agree. Didi say, at RC, much gratitude. Quinasia say, at all. Nisi so blessed say, the fallen angels be real handsome and real beautiful as a woman too. They be real attractive. Real attractive. All right? And they praying to take your innocence away from you. And if you ever been in a relationship with a demon, you know, once after y'all break up, it feel like something has been taken from you. Have you ever felt like that? Like, you know, you was in a relationship with a person, and then after you broke up with that person, it feel like something is different about you. Something is off about you. Something has been taken from you. You has been robbed. Yeah, you have been robbed. I'm going to tell you what it is. That demon has stripped you of your innocence. Stripped you. They want your essence. They want your energy. They want your soul. And that's why in the past, if you can vouch, you probably have felt this of coming out of a relationship with somebody and you feel like it's something missing about you. It's something off about you. You don't even know who you is. It feel like somebody robbed you of something. That demon came, and that demon got exactly what they wanted out of you. They got that energy. They got that life source, that life form. And it take you a long time to bounce back from that shit. And sometimes, in fact, you never overcome it. You never bounce back. You never bounce back. Sometimes after a demon enter into your life and strip you of your innocence, you never be the same again. You never bounce back. It's a real thing, man. It's serious. It's serious. It's serious, y'all. So I want y'all to take this stuff and make sure you're not playing with it. Juan say, True Media, I thought that demons could come from all over the world, not just, they could. I never said demons couldn't come from all over the world, brother. Demons is everywhere. They all over. Didi say it's the melting pot in the United States. Yeah, the reason why I said the United States is because the reason why I put an emphasis on the United States was because the United States is multi-nationalities. It's multi-layers of different nationalities in the United States. So that makes it more dangerous. That makes it more of of a war for your soul. Because now you're dealing with a lot of different nationalities and a lot of different backgrounds with different upbringings. Opposed to if you was just in a place like Nigeria, they got a culture. America don't really have a culture. It's like everybody for theyself. And that's what makes it dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to keep your head on the swivel more. So it's like a melting pot. You know what I mean? Truth Rising say self-control. Hillary say keep speaking the truth. Why say if fallen angels are demons, why add the word angel to it? Well, you got to understand that these things is one and the same because of their works. You hear me, Juan? They works is one and the same. And that's the trick. Humanity. And so, yeah, the fallen angels might not be like demons in the way we say that they demons, but they one and the same because of their works. They conning. They contradicting. They luring. All right? They deceitful. All right? And so that's why I put angels and demons in the same category. Not because of what they made of, because of their works, their intentions. All right? RC say exactly, man. Sad part is most people is filled with lust. One of the most deadliest and common sins, man. I'm telling you, it will cause you to lose yourself. This topic is very, very serious. It is not a game. Nisi So Blessed say, hey, at RC, we must be like Joseph and run from lust. Yeah. Truth Rising say 100, fire. Kate Smith say all those soul ties. Yeah, it's not good to have it's not good to be, man, that's dangerous, man. That's dangerous. All those soul ties. But it's deeper than just soul ties. Lust is a spirit. You ain't got to have soul ties to nobody, and you will end up sleeping with everybody without you having soul ties to them. That's how strong that spirit is. It's deeper than just soul ties. Because some men and some women don't have soul ties to other people that they sleeping with. But they have a perversion in a Jezebel spirit on them. All right? It's deep. Chosen Light say, I hate those what you doing texts. Yeah, I don't like them either. Chosen Light say that's the lust-filled demon missing you. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Jay say, what it do, True? What it do with you, Jay? I see you in this thing, man. I'm glad you was able to make the live, man. We talked about it yesterday, and you in attendance, man. You in the building. Straight up. Glad to see you back in the joint. Didi say, right on that, Truth Risings. Quinasia say, the lust of the flesh make plenty man die. It do. It do. It's serious. Didi say discipline will always defeat lust, and walking in our spirituality, that's how you defeat it. You got to defeat it with discipline. You got to defeat it, like my brother Truth Rising said, self-control, discipline, and aligning yourself through the spirit with God. All right? Nisi So Blessed say repent. Chosen Light say crying emojis. Chosen Light say ever since I started sleeping with this guy, I started hating myself. Yeah, see, that's not good. That's not good, sis. If you hating yourself, listen, if anybody you sleeping with is making you feel like you hate yourself, you need to run for the hills. Because intimacy is supposed to draw us closer. That's what intimacy is supposed to do. It's supposed to draw us closer. It don't supposed to make us feel empty or unfulfilled or at a disadvantage. You don't supposed to feel at a disadvantage. So something not right with that situation. All right? So make sure you got to cut off. Chosen Light, listen to me, Chosen. You got to make sure you cut off all lines of communication with whoever making you feel like that. All right? Because you shouldn't feel like that. That's not normal. And I can assure you that it's some demonic shit going on with whoever you sleeping with. Whatever man you talking about, that man probably got demons on him. And that's why it's making you feel like you at a disadvantage when you have, an intimate setting with him. All right? So the first thing you got to do is make sure you cut off all lines of communication from that man. Because that man got demons on him, sis. Real talk. Because you ain't supposed to feel like that as no woman. You ain't supposed to feel like that as a person, period. Intimacy is supposed to draw you closer to your partner or your husband or your wife. All right? Didi say, say it, True Media Truth. Didi say, apply and activate your intuition, discernment, and discipline. There you go. Intuition and discernment is a big one. It's a big one. And when you feel something not right, 9 times out of 10, it's not right. When you feel like something is off, 9 times out of 10, something is off. All right? Ivory say, hey, love, I love your new channel logo. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ivory. Thank you. I appreciate that. Real talk. Truth Rising say, I actually looked it up. It's actually more men than women in the world right now. Where you look that up at, big dog? Where you look that up? Look that up at. This is what I would say about that. This is what I would say about that. The statistic that probably says it's more men in the world than women. This is what I'll say about that. When you really think about it, The reason why they give you statistics like that is for dominance. It's for dominance. A lot of these statistics is false. A lot of these statistics like that is fake. And I'm going to tell you why. The powers that be and the people that's controlling and running the world, they have this way of giving you statistics like that to try to make man the dominant factor in society. But the Bible and the scriptures, it say it's 7 to 10 women to every man. So somebody lying. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. And one thing I know about man is corrupted. And man will put out false narratives and statistics like that by saying it's more men in the world than it is women. When all you see when you look outside, when you really out in nature, is majority of women everywhere. Now you see men too. I ain't saying like you don't see men, but a lot of statistics like that has been implemented because men want to feel superior over the woman in all ways. And so they give you statistics like that to try to throw the woman off, to make her feel like, well, it's more men in the world than women, so you better stay in your place. This is what men do. Not all men, but men that's in power, the powers that be. But real people know it's more women in the world than men. Way more women in the world than men. So be careful with them statistics, because they'll twist that shit to make it seem like it's something that it is not. All right? They're twisted. And another thing you got to ask yourself, what kind of man is they talking about? Because I'm going to tell you like this, Brother Truth. It's more women in the world than it is men. And you got to ask yourself, if they will allow for a statistics to be put in public saying that it's more men in the world than it is women, what kind of men is they talking about? Because guess what? A lot of the men that they including in those statistics that's saying there's more men in the world than it is women, guess who the man is? Guess who the man is? A lot of those men is incubators. A lot of those men is lab-grown human beings. A lot of those men is incubators. A lot of those men is Cabbage Patch. They not real men. They not natural men. These men has been created by the enemy. This shit is deep. Brother True gonna let you know. Truth. This shit is serious. So when you talk about, you found the statistic that says it's more men in the world than it is women. No, it ain't. They want you to think that. They want women to think that, because they want men to feel like we more of the dominant species, and we is. But they want women to feel like they the lesser. They the lesser in all categories. And that's not true. That's not true. Some of them statistics where they saying it's more men than it is women, some of them statistics is because these people have labs where they creating men. They creating them, bruh. They not coming from a womb. They not coming from a woman. These men is coming from incubators and machines. These men is coming from being lab created, lab grown by way of DNA. All right? It'll never be more men in the world than women. Never. Anytime you find a world where it's more men in the world than it is women, but something ain't right. Something ain't right. It'll always be more women than it is men. Always. That's just the way it is. All right? Even if you look at test tube babies. There you go. They test tube babies, truth risers. So don't play into the lie. This is all deception from the devil. All this shit is a false narrative. And that's why I'm glad y'all got me to let you know what it really is and where this shit come from. All this shit is deceit. If you look at any kingdom, whether it be the animal kingdom, it's always more women than it is men. In every kingdom, it's more lionesses than it is male lions. It's more female zebras than it is male zebras. It's more female elephants than it is male elephants. Women is going to always outnumber men. Always. But this patriarchal society, this patriarch system wants you to think that it's more men than it is women from a control standpoint. So don't buy into it. Don't do it, brother. Don't buy into it. Don't do it. I'm telling you. Look, this is where you have to be in tune with nature. You can't go. See, this is why I tell a lot of people, be careful what you read. Be careful where you get your information from. Be careful what you buy into. Be careful, when you looking at Google and fuck Google. Google don't know shit. Google don't know shit. Google don't know shit. Okay? We go off of nature. We go off of God. We got God. What I need Google for and I got God? What I need Google for and I got Mother Nature to tell me how things supposed to be and the way things is. All right? And so don't get misled and deceived and caught up into this information age because it's a lot a false narrative and created statistics. All right? And they do this shit because they trying to establish dominance and control. All right? So remember that. Nature gonna always tell you what's real and what's fake. Not Google. Not Google. Nature. All right? Let me go back up a little bit. Before I get ready to knock on off. Okay, I was right here. Felicia Sandra say it's not vanity based, it's nature to procreate. Yeah, you definitely right, Felicia. It ain't got nothing to do with vanity. Truth Rising say 48 point. Okay, yeah, we already went over that one. Johnson Derrick say, damn. Johnson Derrick say, true facts. Keep going. May God continue to rise us all. Yeah, man, all praises to the Most High. Truth rises, my brother say, he laughing. Juan say, I understand because I prefer a man older than me. Yeah, I know. It's your nature, sis. It's your nature. Quinasia say, laughing. Juan Silva say, as a woman, I've never gotten along with women. I prefer not to have friends that are women. Yeah, it be like that. Truth Rising say, what you see ain't always what you get. It ain't. Johnson Derrick laughing. Nisi So Blessed say, wait on the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart, man. Wait on God. Don't be rushing yourself into these relationships with people. Okay? Because just because it start off looking good, it might end with you losing your life. It might end with you contracting something. It might end with you being in a world of trouble that you don't know how to get yourself out of. Be careful. RC say facts. Juan say, I feel that marriage doesn't always mean anything. There's people that have been married for years and they're not even that happy. That's because they're not spiritually aligned. That's why, sis. You know, I always tell y'all before you get involved with somebody, make sure y'all align spiritually. That's very important. That's going to be the telltale whether the relationship lasts or not. That's going to be the telltale story of letting you know whether y'all last or not with each other based on where you at spiritually. If y'all don't align spiritually, then it ain't going to last. All right? Why I say marriage is a tradition and conventional belief from generations ago, but just because you never get married, it doesn't mean you can never be in a healthy relationship. Yeah, I'm not saying that you like everybody is, gotta get married. Like, you got a choice at the end of the day, or a decision to do whatever you want to do with your life. But marriage has been made, marriage has always been around, okay? It always been man and woman, husband, wife, and child. Now, the way we practice marriage these days has been taken out of context. All right? And we made this shit transactional. It ain't about love. It ain't about family. It ain't about spirituality. It ain't about God. It ain't about communion. It's about a business. That's how they want you to think marriage is. But really, Juan Silva, listen to me. Sis, listen to me. Danielle, that man that you sleeping with, that you got soul ties to, that's your husband, and you don't even know it. That's your husband in the spirit. That's your husband. See, it ain't got to be on paperwork. Before it was the wedding ceremony and the ring ceremony ever even came into play, God looked at that man or that woman being your husband or wife by way of the spirit and the way y'all deal with each other. God don't look at paperwork. God look at the spirit. That's what makes you a husband or a wife. It's a lot of people out here in long-term relationships that's married and they don't even know that they married. They don't even know they married. See, in the eyes of God, marriage comes through the spirit, not by way of paperwork or by way of a ring. That's new shit. That's new shit. All right? So don't think that just because you in a long-term relationship, and no, once you commit to somebody and you take them on and you commit to them spiritually, emotionally, mentally, that man or woman is your wife or husband. That's biblical truth. All right? Ken Thompson say, but that's our true culture. Chosen Light say, my dad had 4 wives. I'm African. Yeah, that's the way it is. And I always tell y'all, if you're going to be a man that want multiple wives, before you get married with your first wife. Let your first wife know that you believe in having multiple wives. That way it won't be no confusion later on down the line, okay? Because some women will allow to be a sister wife, all right? They will allow it. Some women won't. But that's definitely how it always been, all right? Quinasia say Fendi. Quinasia say yes. Quinasia say it's about being on the verge of forcing yourself to blurt things out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely, Quinasia. John say preach. Shout at the Matrix. RC say great live, my brother. You already know RC. It's a movie every time we go live, man. This stuff all off the top of the dome, man. You know I ain't got no script. This stuff come from the spirit off the top of the dome. You know what I mean? Chosen Light say, only rich man. Well, let me tell you something about that, Chosen Light. Just because a man rich, that don't make him righteous. That don't make him righteous just because he rich. You have a lot of rich demons. In fact, most men that's rich is demonic. So the way that it was set up back then between you know, marriage, husband and wife, the rich man wasn't always the one that had multiple wives. The rich man wasn't always the one that had multiple wives. It was just naturally like that. Anybody can have multiple wives. You ain't got to be rich. But nowadays, since marriage is transactional, now we made it to where you have to be rich to have multiple wives. We made it like this. But this is not natural. All right? Yeah, you have to have something going on to where you can provide for your wives and your children, of course. But back then when we was practicing marriages and doing things like this with family, husband and wife, it wasn't about money. It was about love. It was about building. It was about connection. Nowadays, marriage ain't about love. It ain't about God. It ain't about building. It's about a business. It's about money. It's transactional. And that fucked everything up. All right? Nisi say, okay, I got you. Say, the ring. Yeah, the ring. Nisi so blessed say, amen. Did he say, roles reverse as well? True media, I've seen it where men that had many women end up with a woman and her husband do life issues and he need that same woman that he hurt and cheated on. Yeah, let me read that again so I can get a little more clarity. Roles reversed as well, True Media. I've seen it where men that had many women end up with a woman and her husband do life issues and he need that same woman that he hurt and cheated on. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of that going on too as well. It's a lot of, you know, when you talk about, you know, man leaving a woman and not understanding how good that woman is to him, he can be cursed. God will curse you. If you got a woman that's really good to you and she love you and she take care of you and she's supportive of everything you do and you still mistreat her and she was sent to you by the Most High, God will curse you and make you go the rest of your days begging that woman for another chance and not finding no other woman like her. And in fact, the Bible say, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. That's real. See, although it's a lot more women than it is men, it's harder for a man to find a good woman. It's so hard because it's like finding a wife in today's age is like finding a diamond in the rough. It's like it's rare you gonna find a good wife in today's in today's times by the standards and traditions we live by. It's very rare. That's why I say in the book, a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. Not a man who finds a woman. Not a man who finds a female. Not a man who finds a harlot. A man who finds a wife finds a good thing, because it's so hard to find a wife. So hard. And you got to understand and realize, just because you're a woman, that don't make you eligible to be a wife. Just because you a man, that don't make you eligible to be a husband. You have to be born with these characteristics of a wife. And you have to be born with these characteristics of a wife and a husband, or it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. All right? And that's why you see a lot of people get married doing crazy shit. You got a woman, but she not a wife. You got a man, but he's not a husband. You got a woman, but she's not a wife. You got a man, but he's not a husband. You got a woman, but she's not a wife. You got a man, but he's not a husband. But you in a marriage, and you think that this is your wife because she a woman. And you think that this is your husband because he a man. But the whole time you don't even know that neither one of y'all is suitable to be a husband or a wife, because these is things you have to be born with. And this is why the divorce rate is at an all-time high. Because you have people getting into these relationships and these marriages thinking just because she's a woman, that means that she's a wife. And that's not true. A wife is different from the average woman. A wife thinks different from the average woman. You understand what I'm telling you? And that's why I say, he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing, because y'all is very rare, ladies. Y'all are very rare. All right? Y'all are very rare. Although it's billions of women, it's not that many wives. Although there's billions of women, it's not that many wives out here. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, I got that one. Okay, let me see. Okay, Okay, let me see. What was we at? Let me see. Where we at? Go up. Okay, right here. All right. Chosen Light say you should have call-ins. I have a lot to say on this topic. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing call-ins and one-on-ones too. I supposed to been hooked it up. My sister Didi been asking me for months now to hook up the call-ins, and I'm gonna start doing it though. Don't trip, y'all. I promise you, it's coming. I promise you, because I know people be having a lot of more questions about things like this that they don't, and some people don't be wanting to disclose certain things online. RC say it's rough to find a real one out here. I'm still praying. Everything is about self now, and everything is social media influence. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, RC. Chosen Light say, uh, uh, get a laptop. Strawberry Ice in this thing. What's good with you, Strawberry? It's been a long time. So I don't want to share too much details on here out of respect for my husband. But I confronted the affair woman and my husband. She is still in contact with him and vice versa, all behind my back. Yeah, see, that's a situation right there. You know, that don't end well most of the times, especially when it's infidelity or somebody cheating in a relationship. That can go south real fast. That can go real south fast. All right, so you know, you should just talk to your husband and see what it is, like what's causing him. And I'm pretty sure you did. You know, sometimes you gotta let God handle that shit, Strawberry Ice. Sometimes it ain't nothing you can do when it comes to your partner sleeping around on you. If it get to the point to where it continues and if it get to the point to where it continues or he abusing you, then you should probably consider moving on. If it continues, all right. Other than that, God gonna deal with him. God gonna deal with his ass. God gonna always deal with men a little harder than he deal with women, because we the leaders and we supposed to know better. All right. And so just stay prayed up, sis, and try not to let it break you. Try not to let it break you. Real talk. That's some strong shit right there you got going on, and that can go south. So be careful. For real. Hold up real quick. Diddy say align spiritually. Strawberry Ice say, what more can I say or do? You just got to give it to God at this point. And if it continues, you might have to consider separating from that man, sis. If he don't want to fix his act, or if he don't want to be on one accord with you, you might have to consider separating and just allowing for that man to miss out on what it's like to have you in his presence. Because right now he's too comfortable. He know that you gonna put up with it. He know you ain't gonna say nothing about it. He know that you know about it, and he's comfortable. And so sometimes you got to remove yourself to let him know that without you, he's missing something good. That's what it takes sometimes for us men. Sometimes it takes for a woman to leave us, for us to get our act the fuck right. You understand what I'm saying? And he gonna realize and understand that other woman that he having that affair with ain't gonna cook his meals. He gonna understand that that other woman that he having that affair with ain't gonna rub his back. He gonna understand that other woman that he having that affair with don't have his best interests at heart. And he gonna start asking for you to come back. So sometimes you gotta remove yourself, sis. You gotta remove yourself, you know? Real talk. Even if you don't divorce him, just separate, you know? Just separate. Didi say, yes, right on, True Media. Pretty Boy say, I already know that experience. Danielle say, for me, unconventional relationships are the best. That's cool. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with it. If that's what you like, ain't nothing wrong with it. Go and do what you do. Didi say, I think, what she said, what you say, I think is you, True Media. I think that's what you said, Didi. Chosen Light say, I miss being a child, being innocent, not knowing anything. Yeah. Most of us wish we had a time machine, but can't go back. We grown now. Pretty Boy say, I've had that experience before. It's not a good experience. It makes you feel like you are not good enough. It definitely do. It definitely do. That's why you got to be careful. Chosen Light say, boomer parents failed us. Millennials as well. Gave us so much trauma. Yeah, it's some truth to that. A lot of boomers, it's some truth to that. A lot of people been abused as kids. They've been touched by their uncles. They've been touched as a child. And all because of lust. All because of lust. Lust will have grown men being predators towards children. Lust will have grown women being predators towards children. Touching on kids. That's all lust. That's wicked. That's evil. That shit is demonic. You having desires of what you want to do with a child, with a little girl, or a little boy, or a person that's in the same sex as you. That's them demons screwing your signal. Got you thinking, man, I'm telling you, y'all better be careful out here. All right? Be careful. And don't leave your kids around anybody. If you got children, don't leave your kids around any and everybody. People not, right upstairs. Up here, they not right in the head. Don't be leaving your kids around anybody. If you got children. Real talk. Didi say, at Truth Risings, you be aligned with my thoughts as well. Real talk before I type it. Y'all say it. It's the spirit, Didi. You know how it go. You know how it go. Deani King in this thing. What's good with you, big dog? I see you, Deani King. Say, yo, what's good with you, big dog? Welcome to the live, man. Glad to see you back in the live, my brother. Didi say exactly at Truth Rises, the Most High will always create enough men for women. It's the demonic spirits that entice lusts for more, period. Yeah. That's real talk. That's real talk, y'all. Didi say absolutely. Pretty Boy say, how do you know a person is a demon? Well, you gonna start having dreams and nightmares every time you with this person. That's not good. One of the ways you can find out that a person have a demon on them is through your dreams. You gonna have nightmares back to back to back to back to back. It's like you gonna go a whole season with just having bad dreams and nightmares. That's a sign that you in a relationship with a demon. You gonna have dreams of snakes, of anacondas trying to eat your ass. That's a sign that you in a relationship with a demon. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your intuition. What you feel when you're around this person. Because your intuition is going to tell you exactly who you around. So if your intuition tell you that something is off and not right about this person, 9 times out of 10, your intuition is right. All right? April say, hello, everyone on the East Coast. What's good with you, April? Shout out to the East Coast. Yeah. Real talk. April say, yes. Didi say, hey, at Deani King. Didi say, hey, at April. Greetings. Vibration say, Galatians 6:8. Whoever sows to please their flesh, from the flesh will reap destruction. Whoever sows to please the spirit, from the spirit will reap eternal life. There you go, big dog. That's what I'm talking about. You coming in hitting hard. Vibration. I see you. Bashir say, what's good, brother? What's good with you, Bashir? I see you in this thing. Welcome to the live. Didi say, I have more single men that live on my street that own homes, no wife. Yeah. It's real like that. Everything is out of order as well because we have bought into the ways of the devil. See, the devil governs this society. And that's why a lot of people is walking around here single too. It's because the devil has infiltrated humanity. All right? And it's got people getting with the wrong people. It's got people just staying single for right reasons and for wrong reasons. Because not everybody is single for the right reasons. Some people are single for the wrong reasons. Yeah. It's real. April say, this is good, King. Yeah, I always try to make a good live, like it's my last live, and so it's always going to be a movie. Truth Rising says, test two babies. Yeah, we got there already. Didi say, I'm in real time, True Media. I'm surrounded by single men. Yeah, it is a lot of single men out here. It is. It very well is a lot of single men out here, sis. It's a lot of single women out here too. But what kind of single is these people? Because all single ain't good single. All single ain't natural single. Some people can look single, DD, and have a rotation. And you might be thinking that this person is single. Yeah, they single for the wrong reasons, though. They love that rotation. They love having them 3 women that they rotating. They love having them 3 men that they rotating. All right? It's layers to this stuff. It's layers. All right? Chosen Light say, women these days are scary as hell. And I'm a woman, they scare me. Yeah, women today is very promiscuous, very vindictive, very cunning. Oh my God, ladies. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't be doing us like this. All right? And the fellas, y'all can't be out here preying on women. All right? We got to get this shit under control. Get this shit down packed. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you showing off the goodies, but that's supposed to be for me and you. I thought you was my woman. Hell, I thought you loved me. You online and shit showing your goodies to the world when you supposed to belong to me. Yeah. You supposed to belong to me. That supposed to be my body. That supposed to be my body. That ain't supposed to belong to social media. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I say social media, man, this shit right here, this shit, yeah, social media, whoo, this shit really got us off our rocking chair. This shit rocked us for some shit we ain't see coming. Rocked our world in the worst way too. Yeah, in the worst way. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. But that's supposed to, listen, I'm all for my female walking around. I ain't got nothing wrong with Victoria's Secret. I love Victoria's Secret when it's on my woman in the private settings behind our four walls. But I don't like Victoria's Secret when you put that shit on and you show it off to the rest of the world when you know you're supposed to be only showing that shit off to me. That's when it becomes a problem. I'm not talking about a bikini suit or you walking the beach. This ain't got nothing to do with bikini. I'm talking about you have women out here that's married, that's in relationships, still showing off their goods to the world. What is you doing? You ain't got no business to be in that position. That's what kind of man you got that allowed you to do that? I just couldn't do it. It's going to come with some order. It's going to come with some respect. And most people don't want order. Most people don't want respect. Most people just want to do whatever the hell they want to do without being told what to do. And this is why a lot of people is just calling it quits. And they being single and saying, well, hell, fuck it. You know what I mean? But, yeah, look, Nisi So Blessed say, Victoria's Secret no longer a secret. That's supposed to be our little secret. Shit. You got me all up in Victoria's Secret on Valentine's Day and shit. That's supposed to be for us. That ain't supposed to be, that shit ain't supposed to be for social media. It's like, hold up, woo, hold up, woo, what's going on, baby girl? Woo. I thought this was supposed to be for us. This our secret. Oh my God. This our secret. You understand what I'm saying? Shit, you got me all up in Valentine's, in the Victoria's Secret, looking awkward as hell as a real masculine man. Looking awkward as hell. But I'm doing this because I love the way it fit on you. But I ain't doing this because you supposed to be showcasing this shit off to the rest of the world. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High. Hallelujah. Yeah. Real talk. Come on, ladies. Come on now. Cause man, see, man can't just get on, you know what I mean? Like, the most a man could do is probably take off our shirt and walk around with our shirt. And people will be okay, he walking around with his shirt. But let a man try to take off his clothes and walk around like a woman. And your ass gonna be arrested by 10:30 noon. Your ass gonna be arrested, man. Try that shit if you want to. You gonna be a predator and everything but a child of God. And you should be. But we know women have a little bit more freedom to be free. All right? And what I'm saying is, y'all taking it too far, ladies. All right? Y'all taking this shit too far. All right? Too far. Real talk. And then, I'm going to talk about relationships. See, we got to talk about this shit. I'm going to talk about, make a whole nother live about relationships and about stop being so hard on men, ladies. We supposed to want y'all. Y'all women, we supposed to desire y'all. Long as we not harassing y'all, or as a man, that's natural for us to want y'all. We supposed to want to approach y'all. But y'all made it hard for us to even want to approach y'all. Because, a lot of women don't want to be bothered because of whatever reason. We know that y'all body is made in a certain way where a certain time of the month you might not want to be bothered. And this is what I tell my brothers. Don't think that that woman might not, like, she hates you because of you try to approach her. What it is women have different things that goes on with their body that might not allow them to be in the mood. But what I'm saying is, women, come on, y'all. You got brothers out here committing suicide because they never had female companionship. You got brothers out here committing suicide because they never been with a woman. 30 years old, 35, 40 years old, 45 years old, a virgin, never been with a woman. You know what I mean? And it's like, don't do that to these brothers, ladies. If y'all know these brothers got good qualities and they good brothers, give them brothers a chance. You know what I mean? Give them brothers a chance. If you at a period in your life where you need some solidarity and you need some space to think, to clean yourself up, then let a man know where you at. I'm not seeking for relationships right now. I'm practicing celibacy. All right? Yeah, Didi say God's rejection is God and it's God's protection. Yeah, that's right, Didi. Let me go back up a little bit before I get ready to knock off. I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna go right here and hurry up and try to. Okay. Yeah, Purple Passion say too many viruses and diseases. Yeah. Purple Passion say finds a good thing. Purple Passion say true knowledge of self. Yeah. Dirty say evil men find good women all the time. Polarity is real. It's a demon, bruh. It's a demon. I know what you're talking about, Dirty. The reason why the most evil men always with the most good women, because Satan and these demons, demons, they love to go after the most innocent woman. They love to go after the innocent. Same way, vice versa. You might see a man in a relationship with a terrible woman. A terrible woman. You might see a woman in a relationship with a horrible man. It's because the spirit that's attached to these people, they like to go after the innocent. All right? And they like to pull on the hearts of the innocent. They like to pull on the emotions of the innocent. Purple Passion say stand in your power. John Boy say right. Didi say female no longer called friends. They're they socially acceptable. Yeah. That's true. Quinez just say heavy on it. Ain't gonna work. Milani say hi. How you doing, Milani? Welcome to the live. Purple Passion say I went to a wedding and later found out it was all for clout, wealth. See? It's become transactional. It's dangerous now. Anakaya say, but what if I wait till marriage and the sex is terrible? That's a good question. But you should be with a person for more than just sex. if you really like them. And if the sex is terrible, the sex is terrible. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Now, this grown-up talk right here. If you with a person and they just don't perform well, teach them. Teach them, sis. Teach them. Let them know how you like it. You know what I mean? Let that man know, you know, how you like it. You know what I mean? Like talk about this stuff in y'all relationship. That way he won't think he putting it down. He might be thinking he putting it down whole time. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't even took a step. Let him know. Look, bruh, I don't like that. I want it like this. You understand what I'm saying? You is tripping, bruh. All right? You got to let him know that, sis. Real talk. Infinite Infinite Divinity say they didn't be like Ghostbusters, demons hiding and people trying to just f with you. Yeah, it definitely is. It's a cover up. Danielle say, in my opinion, I feel like someone should either get married or have kids. I think having both together is a huge say, in my opinion, I feel like someone should either get married or have kids. I think having both together is a huge struggle. It all depends on how much you can take, what kind of person you is. It all depends on what you willing to accept, how much you can handle. And it varies from person to person. If you know you can't handle a lot that comes with the tradition way of doing things, then you know, don't go that far. You know what I mean? But it's because some people could handle marriage and children all in one setting, you know, but some people can't. And so you just got to know what's for you and what's not for you. You know what I mean? And go from there. John Boy say, I'm still single, but don't really date. Yeah, yeah, I feel you, man. It comes a time where, you know, you got to be single, bruh. You just got to be single and thug it out and practice similar retention. Infinite say, you're saying living in sin, because if you making babies out of wedlock, that's the sign. Oh, okay, hold up. So you're saying living in sin, because if you making babies out of wedlock, that's the sign up. Single folks abandon their kids early adulthood because they ain't married. And y'all gotta make sure y'all wording it right so I can read it right too. It's a lot that goes into that, Infinite. But yeah, if you out here just making babies, you definitely living in sin. You definitely living in sin. You know? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you definitely living in sin. You shouldn't just be out here having babies with everybody. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, you don't want to have children by the wrong person and then your kids grow up in a broken home or in a broken state by not having their parents together. That's what's wrong with a lot of us. We broken. A lot of us has been broken because we have father issues, childhood trauma, family issues. We have the lack of family support. And so, yes, it's a great sin to just be around here having babies with everybody. You shouldn't want to do that anyway. You know what I mean? You don't do that. You don't just bring life into this world and just leave them to fend for themselves. You don't do stuff like that. You bringing an innocent person in this world, you know? Why you think I still only got one child? My son 12 years old. My son is 12 years old. I had my son when I was 18. You know what I mean? And he's my only child. And yes, I want more kids. But I'm not about to have no more kids because I understand how important it is for my kids to have a steady family, a steady mother and father. You know what I mean? That they growing up in a household with. And so I only got one child. A lot of my cousins and family members always ask me, man, when you gonna have some more kids? I say, when it's time, when God, send the right one, and that I know she the right one. I'm just not about to be slinging seed and having kids because I could. Like, just because you could do something, that don't mean it's the right thing. You know what I mean? And so I only got one child. Yeah, I want more kids, but I know it's not the time for me to bring these other kids into the world because I'm not ready. Because I haven't found the right woman to produce for me. That's gonna allow us to have a steady family, a positive, a good family, a stable family, a stable household. We don't want to just be out here making babies with people and having our kids coming from broken homes. That's what's wrong with a lot of us already, because we come from broken homes. We come from homes where it was a lot of child abuse. We come from homes where it was a lack of having our mothers in our lives, a lack of having our fathers in our lives. And the result of that left us to raise ourselves. That led us to be misled. That led us to go off into the world unprepared and get into things that we have no business getting into. So yeah, it's a sin to be just out here having, that's not good. You understand what I'm saying? And so you don't want to leave your seed to fend for themselves. You got 6 different baby mamas and you don't know what your kid's doing. You don't know where your kid's at. You don't have no relationship with your kids. But you got 6 different baby mamas. That's not good when it's not order, when it's not. Now, if they your wives, that's different. If you married to them women, that's different. But to just be out here sleeping and having kids, like, nah, that's nasty. That's nasty. See, I'm a very clean brother. I don't like nasty shit. I call it out whether it's a man or a woman. If a brother got 6 or 7 different baby mamas, bro, you nasty, bro. If you got 6, 7 different baby mamas and they not your wives, you nasty, period. If you got 4 or 5 baby daddies, in period. If you got 4 or 5 different baby daddies as a woman, you nasty. You nasty. You nasty. I don't care what nobody say. That shit is not natural. That's very abnormal. Something not right if you got 4 or 5 different baby daddies. Something is not right if you got 6 women that ain't your wives. You got a spirit of lust in you. That's what it is. Yeah, that right there ain't that ain't it. That ain't it for me. You know what I mean? It's automatically a turn off to me, and it's always exceptions to the rules and circumstances that plays into these things. Like, I wouldn't turn down a single mother without having a background story of why she's a single mother. Because she might have had, kids and their fathers probably died due to gun violence or something. So it's always things that goes on. But if you just out here as a woman procreating with men, letting men put their seed in you, or are you a man out here just procreating with every woman and you out here pumping fluid in every woman, you got a demon on you. You got a demon on you. All right? Real talk. Real talk. That's nasty, man. I ain't nasty. I don't do that shit. I ain't with that. I ain't with that. Let me see. Pretty boys say being single can be tough, but sometimes being alone is better. It's necessary though. You'll get over it. Believe me, I know. Pretty boys say being oh yeah, I read that one. Chosen Light say being single is being single is breathtaking. Being single is breathtakingly amazing than being cheated on and abused. I agree. You're right. You're right. It's better to be single than to be with the wrong person. Yeah, it really is. Chosen Light say, when I'm alone, I absolutely love myself. When dealing with someone, I feel horrible. Yeah, especially if they don't align with you spiritually, you really gonna feel horrible. Didi say exactly true. Juan say, for a woman, no relationship experience becoming a wife is a miracle. Well, really, you're supposed to be a virgin. The reason why everything is chaotic and out of order is because a lot of women is not virgins. And then you get with a man and you still be connected with another man at the same time. That's not normal. You don't supposed to be like that as a woman. Virginity is very important when it comes to having these relationships and these discussions about relationships, especially long term. Women is only considered, I'm gonna put it like this. Women is better off being a virgin and getting a husband while they a virgin before they go out here and sleep around. It's better for a woman to get married while she's still a virgin than to get married after she went out here and slept around with a lot of different men. Because once you open yourself up to sleeping around with a lot of different men, you going to contract a lot of different spirits. You going to contract a lot of different levels of DNA from all those different men you slept around with. And so now you got all these different spirits attached to you as a woman. And when the right one really do come across you, you ain't gonna even like him. You know why? Because you've been sleeping around with all these different men for your whole life. So now you confused. You can't even identify when God send you the right man that's for you. And so it's best for a woman to enter into a marriage when she's a virgin. Not after she sleeps around with the world. I don't know where we getting this shit from. You understand what I'm saying? Quinasia say YKTV. Quinasia say YKTV, you know the vibes. John Boyo 5 say for real. April say okay, got that listening Truth Rising say thanks for the love and shout outs, y'all. 100. You already know Truth Risings, man. You the brother, man, straight up. This topic has been sponsored by my brother, Truth Risings, man. My brother sponsored this topic. He say, brother, True, can you do it live on this topic, man? And yeah, anytime, Truth Risings, I got to be there for the brother, man, every time, man. Real talk. Real talk. Chosen Light say, peace out. Have a good day, Chosen Light. Annabella say, we fed up. Truth Rising say, yes, sir, pay attention to them spidey senses. Yeah. Infinite Divinity say, demons to lie and gaslight you, they need to control you more than themselves. Definitely. Didi laughing. Didi say, truth be told. Didi say, laughing my A off. Annabella say, that's not a secret. It ain't. John Boy 05 say, yeah, they don't shake it on the media for real. Yeah. Don't do that. Truth Rising say, laughing. Didi laughing. Hilarious. It's sad, man. Yeah, it's sad, RC laughing. JJ say, hey, what's good with you, JJ? True Rising say, y'all burnt. Yeah, burnt. For real. To crisp. To crisp. Didi Didi say RC right. Didi say our praise to the most high. Dark say, I feel like we get judged harshly too. Sometimes y'all do. But if you doing what you need to do, you ain't gotta worry about being judged wrongfully. And that goes both ways. That's for a man or a woman. If you doing what you need to do, then don't wear the shoe. The shoe don't fit on you. Keep it moving. Truth Rising say, leave something for the imagination. Yeah, for real. Didi say, we have to do better on every level. Truth Rising say, it's hella awkward these days, man. It is, bruh. It is. It is, man. Vibration say, I'm so thankful that guys don't approach me. God is good. Laughing. Didi say, God's rejection is God's protection. Annabella say, incel society. Involuntary celibacy. Yeah, there you go. Vibration say, at Didi, truth right there. Truth right there. Praise and diamonds. Truth Rising say 100. Didi say absolutely correct. Didi say at vibrations. Praises. J-Day say hi. Brenda say so true. Truth Rising say throw on some H-Town knocking the boots. Yeah. H-Town, man. Lot of babies was made behind listening to H-Town. Yeah. JJ say facts. RC say, yeah, let him let him know. JJ say exactly. Simmer, retention is my priority. It's definitely something we need to consider as men, especially men of God. Live Love say, hello, True, so nice to see you. Much love. Thank you, Live Love. Appreciate that. Glad to see you too. Hope all is well with you, sis. JJ say, I'm just focusing on the Most High and building up myself. That's right. That's what you do. That's the first step to self-mastery. Will 718 said marriage is not about a certificate from the state. Technically, sex is marriage in the eyes of God. It is. It really is. April say a team. Didi say yes. That's very important, True Media. Will 718 say marriage is not about... Okay, I read that one. One to punch say respect to my brother. Respect to you too, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And the ability to say control the pet and human population. Yeah. Control the pet and human population. Man. Brenda Makeup say hi. How you doing, Brenda? Truth Rising say ha. Didi say man. Vibration say green. Quinasia say that again. Brenda say the baby daddy mama is an epidemic. It definitely is. It definitely is. It definitely is. That shit is a real epidemic. You know what I mean? Sister Danielle say, I agree, true media. I was raised by a narcissistic single mother, and I had to learn to tolerate her moods and others, and I had to raise myself. I'm just now healing and unlearning these toxic habits. Yeah, and that's very important that you don't go through the rest of your days taking on that persona of living out the ways of your mother. You got to shake that shit off of you, Danielle. Shake that shit off of you for real. If not, it will hold you back. And a lot of us come from households where it was a lot of child abuse. It was a lot of different things going on. But that's why prayer is necessary. Having God in your life is necessary. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't control who your parents is. But you can control not to be like your parents, especially if they wasn't good. All right? Quinasia say yes. Danielle say I used to be teased and bullied for my innocence in my youth. I didn't know why I used to think having innocence was a beautiful thing and a blessing. I hate that. Yes, it's a blessing. When you a virgin and you haven't been tampered or touched, and you better wear it like a badge of honor. You understand what I'm saying? Especially as a woman. You a rare jewel. You very rare. Very rare. You understand what I'm saying? Truth Rise and say, we love the Maury show. But all it did was exploit our people. That's all it did. That's all it did. Jerry Springer, the Maury show. Come on now, Truth. Come on, man. Shit got us looking bad. Shit got us looking bad out here, man. Bad. Real talk. For real, brother. Didi say, yes, it is necessary. It's necessary, y'all. When you grow up, I didn't have my father in my life. I seen him probably twice out of all my days. Now he's passed away. But just because I didn't have my father in my life, that don't mean that I'm not going to be in my son's life. I love my son. I love my son. I'll never leave my son defend for himself or try to figure this shit out on his own. And so even though I come from a broken home of not having a father in my life, that don't mean my son got to come from that. That don't mean I got to live with that same reality like my father did. No, fuck that. You understand what I'm saying? So Danielle, you got to understand, sis, don't be like your mother. If you know your mother was the total opposite of righteous and being good and upstanding and providing and protecting you like a mother should, don't be like her when you have kids. You be the total opposite. You be there for your kids. You show them how to conduct themselves as civilized people. You take care of them. You keep that love on them. And don't be so against being a virgin. If you a virgin or you only been with one person in your whole life, so what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with if you a virgin. Ain't nothing wrong with you only been with one person in your whole life. Don't let nobody make fun of you with that. Straight up. Will 718. Thank you for the $20 dono, big dog. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the $19.99 dono, man, for the $20, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, brother. Thanks for the contribution. Danielle say I'm not a virgin. I meant before. No, I know what you meant, Danielle. I know. I know exactly what you meant. But you teach your kids, if you have kids or if you ever have kids, teach them not to make other people make them feel ashamed because of they still innocent. You teach them. Straight up. Didi say, we have to be guided by our righteousness spirit through a relationship with the Most High. That's it, Didi. That's it. Real talk. Infinite Divinity say, that's what makes good fathers. Knowing you ain't even tried. Yeah, man, come on now. Like, come on, man. Like, I couldn't leave my kids. I couldn't. I don't know what be going through certain people's head when they just want to leave their kids. How could you do that? How could you abuse your kids? How could you manipulate your kids? How could you do that? It's crazy, man. It's crazy how people will really leave their kids and don't want to have nothing to do with them. I'm not on good terms with the mother of my child, but I'm not on bad terms with her either. We pretty cordial. We might have our disagreements, but that don't mean it's gonna affect me and my son relationship. I'll be fucking damn. I'll be damn. Come on, man. Didi say we have to be guided. Okay, I read that one. Infinite say, that's what, okay, I read that one. Infinite say, can't worry about who abandoned you. There's a life that needs you. It's real talk. But it's going to affect you, but you got to get to the point to where you overcome that shit. You got to overcome it. I had to overcome me not having a father in my life. Until I realized that I have a eternal father. I have a spiritual father, the Most High. I have everything I need. Yeah, it's going to set you back a little bit. It's going to hurt, but you got to overcome that shit. And this is where God come into place at. Straight up. Danielle say they wanted me to be perfect. Well, everything gonna work itself out for you, Danielle. Don't let nobody live vicariously through you, sis. Don't never let nobody live vicariously through you. Will 718 say, keep putting God first, my G. That's it. That's the way to go. Infinite say they didn't know God would start contacting me directly after they wrote me off. Yup. God gonna come for the rescue, man. Don't trip. I got you. I see how your mama did you. I see how your daddy did you with they scandalous ass. I got you. And guess what God gonna do to them? God gonna punish the shit out their ass. Punish their ass. Straight up. You don't do your kids like that. John Boy 05 say, good job, True. Thank you, John Boy. I appreciate it. Brenda say, I'm a virgin. Society have HIV epidemic. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff going around right now, Brenda. Be careful. If you still a virgin, hold on to your innocence. Hold on to your virginity. Hold on to it. Don't be in a rush. All right? Nisi So Blessed say a lot of black magic and witchcraft was done on us queens of Zion. Yeah, that too. A lot of our family has indulged in the spell work. And now they pass that shit down to you. And this is why you gotta have God in your life. You gotta be around other individuals who you can congregate with that have God in their life, or you're going to be lost. And you're going to be willing to give in to anything. Quinasia say, amen. Ariel say, what's up, fam? What's good with you, Ariel? Quinasia Hyson say, heavy on with their scandalous. Yeah, straight up. Straight up. Straight up. So God bless y'all, man. Thank y'all all for being a part of another amazing live. This has been a good live, good energy, good conversation. And I thank everybody for being in attendance today. And be careful. Be aware of these demons who prey on you. And remember, not everything that look good is good. Don't give in to the desires of your flesh, especially if you know it don't align with your spirit. Don't give in to the desires of your flesh, especially if you know it don't align with your spirit. Keep God first. Thank y'all for everything, man. I love y'all, man. Keep your head up and stay strong. And remember, one last thing. If something is bothering you, understand and consider this. I always tell y'all that if something bothering you, if you can't control it and it's out of your control, don't worry about it. If you can do something about it, then do something about it. All right? And keep your head up. Straight up. So until next time, God bless y'all. I love y'all. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. 100.